All right, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny.
I'm Dylan. Today we're going to talk about Powell's about to drop an absolute bomb that's going to make Burry probably a lot of money, and me probably a lot of money because I'm also in it, and how it is actually a pretty solid time for you to make some cash as well.
Yeah. If you guys enjoy this kind of entertaining stock market content of two stupid guys just learning to trade stocks, by all means, give us a like and subscribe below. We'd love to have you guys here. With that, we'll get to it.
Two stupid guys trade stocks. All right, so we've done a couple of videos on this, and now it looks like the time of it actually coming to fruition is about to occur, right? So basically, we're going to go over this, but depending on when you're watching this, Jerome Powell is about to speak on the economic outlook on Friday, 8/27. That date's less important, but the central bank next meetings are September 21st and November 2nd. Those are going to be huge meetings. Okay? Boom. So this is his top three positions. Instead of wasting a lot of time, Vinny's going to quickly go over what this is, why this is important.
Yeah, so TLT is a treasury ETF focusing on long-term treasuries. And we basically have seen treasury yields at all-time low, because the Federal Reserve has been buying $80 billion a month of treasury bonds. So there's been this artificial kind of gorilla in the auctions just buying everything left and right and just forcing those prices, and those yields down. So what you're going to see as that $80 billion per month stops, which is what Dylan's talking about, is likely you're going to see a return to more normal market forces, and people being willing to accept like a 1.2% interest rate when inflation's running at like 5% as of right now. I know that's a lot of people say it's transitory, is very unlikely. So you're going to see a good, fairly sized force being applied now to the market that was unable to be exercised or seen in fruition before because of the $80 billion of purchases by the Federal Reserve.
Got it. And more importantly, he had four very complicated positions on this in his quarter one filing. His quarter two filing, he cut all that weird stuff out and was just doing TLT puts.
Yeah,
I think
he doubled down.
He was getting confused.
Yeah, as you see, he added 53% to this position in that quarter too. So he concentrated his bets on this one position.
Yes, he is pretty much all in on it. So this is TLT. Now, I don't want you to look at this like a stock because it's so dependent on the Fed. It doesn't follow normal technical patterns. It's not like a head and shoulders pattern or anything like that. It really doesn't follow that. But more importantly, it's just to show you where the Fed has increased the buying, right? Because of, here we go, March. We have the COVID deal and all this nonsense happening, and it's crazy. Burry entered the position initially, right? Now, when you get a 13F, you just know that he entered within a 3-month period. We don't know when, we just know within a 3-month period. So it was very reassuring to me that he entered here and then added 53% to here as it's going against him. Because remember, he wants this to go down.
Yeah.
It's going up.
Exactly.
Now, we in the money, baby. This is the time.
Yeah.
So you can see we're faltering here. Here, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, exactly. You're starting to see like him doubling down on that bet, and he's like I said, he's betting on this going down because yields and price have an inverse relationship when it comes to bond. I know it's a little complicated; it's hard to wrap your head around a little bit, but just take it at that face value that yields and price are opposites when it comes to bonds. Okay,
right. So as the interest rate and stuff starts increasing, this baby is going to start decreasing, thus making the put more money.
Exactly.
Boom. All right, so this is just to kind of reiterate. This is a very busy slide, so red circles only. 80 billion is more the point here. Yeah. It's just to reiterate basically what he just said. They're actually spending 120 billion. There's 40 billion going to like an MBS, different, but yeah. 80 billion in bonds. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't want to add another one, but it was going all the way back to March. I think in April they actually did like 200 billion, which was a lot.
Interesting.
So making bank. And then we have this 12-month inflation rate in the United States. This is what Vinny was calling that. Some people are calling it transitory. It's kind of hit or miss. We're not really sure what's happening. If it is a transitory, it's kind of a little bit of a guess.
Yeah.
But this is quite high.
Even if it's transitory, you can't expect it to go back down to this 1.3%, rate overnight. You're going to get a ramp back down on the backside because, unfortunately, there's been a lot of things that have happened that I think are going to continue to push prices higher. Now you have these kind of advances on the child tax credits. You have increased kind of like the base wage. Hell, the KFC down the street from me is offering like $16 an hour to start. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot more kind of folks that have moved up. The COVID ultimate like death was the fight for 15 wage movement because now everyone gets at least 15 basically.
Yeah, and it really makes a huge difference because inflation usually attacks the lower income first. It messes with the lower income people first, and this is going to be a problem. Like you said, it's not going to go back down to 1% as soon as they decrease it. This is a long process, but the longer we stay at this level, the bigger the problem.
Yeah.
And we are chilling at 5%. So this is the CPI index. You want to go over what this is?
So CPI, people argue that it's not really a great measure of inflation, but it is the one that the Federal Reserve uses at this point. Consumer Price Index, basically they have a basket of goods that they're designed to represent what a normal average American household buys on a monthly basis. And they track the price of that basket of goods over time. Like I said, a lot of people argue, unfortunately, that it underrepresents what inflation pressures really are, which I completely understand. But this is the one that the Federal Reserve ultimately uses at this point in time.
And we'll look up housing crisis, boom. And then we're just at that level again. And I agree with you. This isn't the greatest representation, but you know what is the greatest representation?
What's that?
You've been at Chili's.
Yeah.
What's their do you know what their famous thing is?
Oh, like the what do you call it? Not the chips and queso, because that's also delicious. But their
deal. Thing? 2 for 20.
2 for 20, yeah.
Guess what it is now, Vinny? 2 for 25.
Perfect. That's inflation.
This is all you need to know about inflation is this slide.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, done.
2 for 25.
Inflation rate right there, 20%.
Yeah. It went up 20%. Your 2 for 20 is no longer good here. Vinny was talking about this. What is it, like a lawnmower or something that you wanted? It was
a smoker. That thing's up over 20%. I've just held off on the purchase at this point.
So at this rate, Vinny will never get it.
No.
So
I can go there and get a burger though, I guess, instead, even though I got to pay an extra $2.50 now for my burger, effectively.
An extra $2.50 is correct. Now, this is the greatest showing of inflation, in my opinion. But why are we talking about this, right? So this is an article from CNBC. There's a growing support within the Fed to announce the tapering of the bond purchase in September. When they initially started doing, I don't know why I'm holding so many markers all the time. when they initially were doing this like 6 months ago, they're like, yeah, it's not gonna happen for a long time. I think someone at one point threw 2023 out there. And then as it started progressing and the inflation was getting higher and higher and higher, and basically what I can do is I could just go to this slide. As it's getting higher and higher and higher, they're like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't wait that long. Exactly. 2023 at this rate, that's not going to be good.
Yeah. What I suspect the Federal Reserve has been doing is, like, Dylan, have you ever had a breakup with a crazy chick?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't do it all at once, right? Like you slowly give her hints that, like, things aren't quite going right, and maybe try to see where she's at. That's basically, I think, what the Federal Reserve's been doing. It's like
much safer.
Yeah, the Treasury market is the crazy chick, and that they're slowly breaking up, just saying, like, I'm not so sure.
Oh, okay. That is not what I have done. Would have been better.
Dylan just moved out in the middle of the night and left like 8-foot drag marks on the floor.
Jesus Christ, Vinny. For the record, he wasn't crazy, but that's fine. Anyways, so basically, if we announce that the taper, announcing the taper will decrease rates, thus increasing the value of the TLT put. It's essentially money time. And the theory is that they are going to announce it possibly September, maybe November, either way faster than they were initially thinking. And, if you look this up, it's pretty crazy to see how divided everyone actually is. You can get rid of the thing if you want. How divided everyone actually is, because if you type it in, there's multiple articles saying it's definitely not going to happen. And it's some prestigious guy at the economics, whatever, Harvard. It will not happen till this. And then the next article, oh, it's 100% happening September. Yeah. And it's all over the place. So I have a TLT put. I think my cost average is like 650. I think it's at like 550 right now. I have 5 of them.
Wow. Aggressive.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah. So you're down $500 in this position right now.
It's temporary. It doesn't expire for 16 months.
Oh God. Okay. You went real long term. Yeah. I mean, I'll be surprised if in that time frame you don't get a nice pop up and be able to close that position for a hefty profit.
Yeah. I went to January 2023. That is my position. I think I have 2,500 or 3,000. I'm going to throw probably another 2 puts at it, another grand at it before September 21st.
Wow. Aggressive. I know. Hey, man, this is. I just want to get kind of across how groundbreaking this is. Have you ever made like a macroeconomic like bet like this before?
Not until we started this show.
Wow. Okay, man. That's one of the cool things about this channel is that like you join along with us and like you watch Dylan and I kind of grow as investors along with you guys. Hopefully, that's our whole inspiration here. That's crazy. Hey, good for you, man. I hope it works out.
I went from the movie pass, which is like the AMC thing now, to I have graduated over time.
Yeah. As long as your returns are keeping up, man, that's all that matters.
Solid. All right, guys.
Well, let us know what you think. Are you guys interested in the position too? I don't know.
Yeah. Not to mention Burry's in it hardcore, so he's a lot smarter than I am.
Yeah. Dr. Michael Burry.
Dr. Michael, my bad.
All right, see you guys in the next one.